I got my little lip mask on. Love it. Mwah.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to be playing with the Friends X Revolution Taxi palette. I don't actually know what this is called. This is called the Take a Drive eyeshadow palette, and it is literally in the form of a taxi. Can we just? And so if you didn't see my first two videos, one video I did was the whole collection, like a PR haul / testing out the Open the Door palette, and then in my last video I basically did a video with the Lobster palette. Just if you haven't seen them first two palettes, I'll link them both down below in case you wanted to go and check them out. But in today's video we're going to be playing with the last new palette in the second series from Revolution. Yes, I'm so friggin' excited. We're going to do some swatches of this bad boy. Yes, I'm excited, cannot wait. So let's go ahead and jump straight on into it. So obviously this is what the palette looks like on the outside. Really nice. I love it. It feels really like sturdy, quite not heavy but a little bit heavy. It's quite thick on the sides, if you can see what I mean. It's got like this foam thing in the middle, which I don't really know what that's for. I'm guessing it's just to help maybe like protect the shadows, that kind of thing. I'm not overly sure. I don't think they've ever done like a foam in between the palettes before, but yes, this palette retails for £20, guys, and this is what the inside of the palette looks like. It is so pretty. There's a lot of like neutrals in here. There's this beautiful like gold foiled shade. There's a lovely pop of blue, a few cool tones. There's a black in here. Yeah, I really love the look of it, and also the shade names are so cute. Like you have you ate my sandwich, my sandwich, my sandwich. Like I love that episode. You also have like Nannas stuff, cable TV, sailing, toilet seat cover, new car scent, pizza. I love it. I love it. Love the shade names in here. But in this part there are a few pressed pigments. There's 4 pressed pigments altogether, so there's not that many in here. But yes, we're gonna do some swatches of her now. By the way, guys, the packaging, the outer packaging just looks like this. So it's just got like the little taxis on around the outside, and then on the back it just has the ingredients, that kind of thing. So in this palette there are 21 shades, and only 5 of them are mattes. I don't hate that idea. Like, I don't mind that there's only 5 mattes. You can still definitely get a look out of it. But I kind of wish there was a few more mattes. However, I'm not too fussed. I suppose if you're like new into makeup and you don't really know what kind of look to go for, you can just literally use the same crease shades and then slap a different colour like shimmer on the lid for every single look that you do. So I don't actually mind that. I'm going to swatch a few of the shades that really stand out to me now, because there's a few that are kind of taking my fancy.
Oh my gosh. What?
Yes, I swatched a few of the shades. Excuse my hairy arm. But I swatched quite a few of the shades. They all swatch really well. So I swatched the shade 236. I then swatched the shade Mother Hen. I then swatched the shade 204. I then swatched the shade Pizza. I then swatched the shade, the last one, which is that black shade. I did have to build this up like 3 times, and it's coming off as like a really like dark grey. It's not the most pigmented black, but it is pretty pigmented. I'm pretty sure if you build it up, it'll be fine. It's very dark as well, so I'm glad it's not like too pigmented, but yeah. I then swatched the shade Breakup. I then swatched the shade 1994. And then I swatched the shade Nannas Stuff, which is gorgeous. I'll definitely be using that on my inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to prime my lids, and then we'll get straight on into testing out these shadows on the lid. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I've literally just primed my lids off camera and zoomed you guys in. I'm going to go ahead and take the first shade. I'm going to take the shade Sailing, which is this deep matte brown shade here, really nice. I'm going to start to pack this shade through the crease. I think I'm going to do like a halo eye today. That's what I'm kind of feeling, so we might go with that. Right off the bat, that shade packs on really well. Really pigmented. There's a little bit of kick up in the pan, and there's also like a tiny little bit of fallout. Nothing crazy though, like you could probably just pop a little bit of powder underneath your eye and you'll be fine. Yeah, I really like that shade. It packs on really well. Just a normal like neutral matte brown, to be honest with you. Like nothing bad I can say about it. I'm then going to dip into the shade Mother Hen, which is this like, it looks a little bit warmer to be honest with you, this one. Like a mid-toned brown. I'm going to start to blend obviously this brown shade out with that. That shade blends out that first shade really nicely. There's only a little bit of kick up in the pan, there's no fallout on my face, that kind of thing. It looks really nice to be honest with you, I really like that. I'm then going to take the shade College, which is this beautiful like peachy shade here, and I'm obviously going to blend around the edges of this using that shade. Really nice shades. They blend well together. I know it looks like a bit of a mess right now, but I promise it won't. Yeah, that shade has like only a little bit of kick in the pan, like no fallout on my face. It was mainly the dark brown that had the fallout on the face, but nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm gonna go ahead and just basically build them 3 shades off camera, build them up, blend them out, that kind of thing, like I usually do. And then I'm gonna do my halo eye cut crease, and then we're back to do the lid shade together. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I've literally just done my halo eye off camera. I know it's not the best, but I am trying. For the lid shade, I'm gonna take a couple of different shades. I'm gonna go into the shade Multinational Corporation first, which is this beautiful like copper shade. And I'm gonna put that like towards like the edges of like my cut crease, so like the inner and outer portion. Oh, that's so pretty. I have to say guys, I've been really impressed with the shimmers in all 3 of these palettes. They've all been amazing. So I'm very impressed, very impressed. Like this isn't even wet either. Oh my god, look at that. Look at it. How stunning. I'm then going to go into the shade 236, which is this beautiful like foiled gold shade, and I'm going to put that on the center. That shade is like calling me the most. Like I need to use it. I want to see how it applies with a brush. Definitely feels more like a foiled kind of shade. How gorgeous is that? That is definitely like a foiled kind of shade. It's quite crumbly. What? It still packs on fine with a brush. If that is not a warm toned lover's neutral eye dream, then I don't know what is, because oh my god, that gold shade has blown me away. Like what? That is stunning. Look at that. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm then going to take the shade Nannas Stuff, which is this bright white shade here, like bright white shimmer shade, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. Look at that. Oh my god. How pretty is that? You guys know I love a bright inner corner, and that is it. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do this eye off camera, the rest of my base and everything off camera, and then we'll be back to talk about the palette and kind of give you guys my final thoughts. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I love it. I am living my best bronze gold glam eye ever. I live for it. I really like it. Looks really nice. By the way, guys, I am wearing a little bit of like a gold liquid liner around around the halo eye. This is the Beauty Bay Live My Best Light one in the shade Pyrite. Love this one. So what do I think about the palette, you guys? Honestly, all three of these palettes have been amazing, I can't even lie. But for this one, I really love it. I didn't have any problems with the mattes, didn't have any problems blending them out. They all packed on really well. They all blended out beautifully. I didn't have much fallout, only mainly from the shade Sailing here, but it was only like a tiny amount. So if you do your base first, then your eye second, you'll be fine. You won't get much fallout. Can't speak for the black, you might get a bit more from that, but this brown shade here, barely anything, like the tiniest amount, but you can literally wipe it away with a bit of powder. All the other mattes blended beautifully. I can't speak much for the mattes, they're just basic neutral like matte shades. They still perform amazingly, so if you do love a good neutral palette, you will like this. Moving on to the shimmers, I used 3 shimmers. Obviously I used the shade Multinational Corporation. This one is beautiful, so stunning, packs on the lid beautifully. Didn't need to wet it, applied fine with a brush. When I used the shade 236, oh my god, you guys, like, I always swatch my favourite shade, but like, this shade is beautiful. Like, look at it. Oh, look how foiled that is. That is beautiful. This shade as well, I really want to use that because it looks like a similar formula to this one. It's very foiled. It packs on the lid fine with a brush. You could use your finger if you wanted to. It's a little bit more crumbly than a normal shimmer shade, but that is absolutely fine. And guys, this one isn't even a pressed pigment. Like, this is just a normal shadow. What? But look at that. That is stunning. It packs on the lid beautifully. It's very reflective. I cannot get enough of it. This is probably like my favourite kind of gold shade as well, so love it. Love it. And then obviously use the shade Nannas Stuff, the inner corner, and that has just really brightened it up. I love it. Living for it. This palette is beautiful. If you are looking for a new neutral palette and this was on your list, I'd 100% recommend it. The only thing is you're not going to get as many mattes, and obviously all the mattes are neutrals. So that is one thing I do have to say. I'm really impressed with this palette, you guys. I really like it. It is a neutral lover's dream. Yes, I love the packaging. The packaging is crazy. Definitely some of the best packaging that Revolution have ever done. Look at that. It's a bloody taxi. How cute is that? Out of the 3, I definitely still prefer the Open the Door palette a bit more. This is probably my second favourite palette, and then the Lobster's my third. I just feel like this one is a bit more, I don't know, I feel like it's intrigues me a little bit more. The shimmers like in this palette look a bit more foiled. I do still love the Lobster palette, but I'd probably recommend this one a little bit more, to be honest with you. If you want me to do any looks using any of the 3 palettes that I used, so either the Taxi one, the Lobster, or the Open the Door palette, just let me know down below, because I'll be happy to do more looks using these palettes. I want to play with them some more, but so far I'm impressed with all 3 of them. I think they're all beautiful. If you did like this video, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as it would really help me out. Everything else that I'm wearing on my face I'll of course link in the description box down below in case you are interested as well. As always, I'll be leaving my social media handles above and also in the description box down below, so you can go and check me out there if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!